Good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Monday and beautiful, bright, sunny day out. Don't let that fool you. We got some more rain on the way. I'll tell you all about that in just a moment. On our show today, Rosemary DiLorenzo is here. She is, of course, the board president of Third. She's going to talk about what's going on with them. And one important thing, because you have sort of a time limit here, they are looking for a couple people to join their board, and she's going to tell you how you can go about doing that. So if you ever thought about wanting to be a part of one of the boards, of course you have to live in Third Mutual. Here's your chance. Also, we have Eileen Ordway here, and she, with the Village Library, is going to tell us, really we're going to talk about all the different things that the library here has to offer. It's not just books. There's a lot of other things, and also just the community of going to the library. It's just a wonderful place. Then we have on a very special young lady, Aubrey Mills, and Aubrey is going to talk about her bout with juvenile arthritis and how she became the Walk to Cure arthritis honoree, and she is also a Girl Scout Gold Award person, and somebody that our family has known for many years. Very special young lady. And we're going to bring you a segment from RadNet as well. Now, meetings today, there is one open meeting. It's the Third Residency Policy and Compliance Task Force. That's a long one, but it's at 1:30 in the boardroom. Now, let's get to the weather. And first, I want to tell you that over the weekend, we got, between Saturday and Sunday, another ½ inch of rain, which at our house brings a total of 13.5 inches since January 1st. Now, we got more rain on the way. It's a beautiful day today. A lot of sun, I should say, and cold out there for sure. In fact, there were areas around Southern California this morning. I saw on the news at Big Bear, they were at 1 degree, like at 6 o'clock this morning. So another cool to cold week. But what I want to really point out to you is another big storm coming in Wednesday and Thursday. So we got very sunny today, increasing clouds as we get into Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. So it was sunshine, definitely in the morning. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we're looking at maybe a total of those 2 days up to 2 inches, so about 1 inch a day, another big storm system. Then on Friday, we have some more rain coming in over the weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like it'll be in maybe late Friday, so that's kind of a maybe right now. If it is, it'll be very scattered. And then the rain on Saturday is also very scattered as well, and on Sunday. I think the rain coming up this weekend will be similar to what we had Saturday this last weekend. Sunday we got a little bit more rain, but on Saturday it was very, very scattered. So Friday, late Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week, more rain is on the way. Let's look around Orange County today, and similar temperatures to what's been going on, and anywhere from the upper 50s, low 60s, a couple places like there up in North Orange County around Anaheim, Buena Park. Big Bear, their high of 39, as I said, they were at 1 degree this morning. And this system that is going to be coming out on Wednesday and Thursday, by the way, this is more of a subtropical warmer system, so they don't expect a lot of snow out of that, even up in Big Bear and those areas. Maybe a little bit, not much, because it is a warmer system, but a lot more rain. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
And welcome back. With me today from the third board is their board president, Rosemary DiLorenzo. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Happy Monday to you.
Monday to you.
And we've got a few things to talk about today, but the first one I know you want to talk about is you have a couple open slots on the board, right?
Yes, we have 2 open positions on the board. Both of them, one of them, the director resigned for health reasons, and the other one had family needs. So, and we appreciate all the work that they've done. We've had 5 people who have pulled applications. That means they've gone upstairs and taken the applications from Cheryl, our admin, but only 2 have returned them, and we have the applications are open to pick them up and to return them by February 13th, which is Wednesday, the day before Valentine's Day, at 5 p.m. So at any time up to 5 p.m., we ask the people who pulled the applications to please, fill them out. Please still be interested, and please get them up to Cheryl. And then we have the appointment, because these are not, they're appointed by the board. The appointment is the following, not that Friday, but the following Friday. We have a special meeting that's open to the public, where we ask questions of the, I can't say contestants, but the people who have applied, and the board will ask them questions, and then the board votes, and Cheryl, our admin, is there, and they usually do, ballots, etc., and it's not an open vote, and then we appoint them, and then we get to work. And we're working on tightening up our orientation procedure for the new board members. So I have one of the new board members, John Pearlstone, working with me to update the information that we have, because there's always some changeover for reasons. So we want to be ready and do our best job with them. So please remember, if you're interested in making a change in the community, to please see Cheryl on the how do they get up to the second floor in the community
center? They'll stop at the front desk
Okay.
and tell your reasons why you want to go up, and
And
they'll
someone
swipe
will,
you in,
get them up, and they can fill out the application. So,
Okay, very good. Now, of course, we have a new CEO, Jeff Parker,
yes.
and he started, I believe, on the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, and kind of getting going his first week here.
Yeah, actually, he came to our board, we didn't have a board meeting today. We had agenda prep this morning at 9:30. So he came to that meeting just basically to, see what's going on. And I'm like sitting here laughing, because I didn't formally introduce him, but it isn't, everybody knows, the board members know who he is. And he just wanted to see the things that we were, working on for our agenda. But our board has met, and we've identified the areas that we believe are most pressing for third. And as far as, VMS provides the board, the mutuals come up with the policies. VMS is our management company, and they execute what we came up with. So that's basically his responsibility as the leader. So we came up with our key concerns. And so we discussed it with the board, and I'll probably I'll ask him. I didn't want to do it this week, give the man a chance to figure out where things are, but probably ask to meet with him next week, just to go over what our concerns are. So I'll probably meet with him, with one of the officers, probably with Steve, and we'll sit down and go over the list. All right, very good. Yeah, we'll get him up here sometime soon and have him on the air with us. Once he we'll give him a couple weeks. Right. So I can't come running in. Oh, it's my turn. No. Now, one of the things you want to talk about are some security concerns, and along with that is mailboxes. We know that some mailboxes in the past, particularly I think in the 3-story buildings, have gotten broken into.
And this is something that the board is looking at with
right.
security.
We've identified, you know, anything probably, and I can't say anything, but things can be broken into. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
But we know that there is a stronger mailbox available.
Okay.
So we did replace it in one building already, but because of break-ins, we've identified, I believe, 4 or 5 other buildings. So we have to work with the post office. So it's not like,
That's
hello,
true.
I want
That's
a new
true,
mailbox.
yeah.
But we have approved the purchase, and they're working on replacing the ones in the buildings where there have been a break-in. And of course, we're working with security. But the basic thing is that just overall, we're working with Eileen Paulin to come up with an article on how to keep your things safer. You know,
Right.
what are some things you might be able to do to minimize any potential breaking into your cabinets in your parking areas. So she's coming up with some things, and it'll be in our next newsletter. You know, security
Right, yeah.
recommendations. But on the other side, the board is working with MNC to come up with a plan for the changing out of mailboxes over time, you know, because we've had these that were broken into, so we have to replace them, and we have to replace them with something stronger. But in other areas, you know, some of them have been around for quite a long time. So our head of MNC, Ernesto Munoz, is working on a plan with our board so that we can budget it over the next few years. You know, it has to be, how much is it going to cost? What could we afford to spend? But we know that we have to do that. That's up there.
All right, very good. Now, talk lately with all the boards have been with Roundup and landscape and where to use it and not to use it and ban it, and looking at different alternatives. I know you folks are involved with this.
Yes, I mean, actually, we had so many complaints that we have stopped using Roundup, but we know that we have to find the best product to replace it. You know, we have an alternative product that we're using, but we want to find the best product, the best cost, the best results. So we actually, they have identified an area. There was some miscommunication as to where that was going to be. So that has been changed and edited. So they're working on that. And the testing is being done for all of the boards, you know, so that we could say, this is what we came up with, you know, and they can decide what they want to do. But for us, you know, we want to really, we can't make it, we don't want it to be a cost thing. Well, we have to keep doing it because it's going to cost so much, because there has to be something out there, that will work. Right.
And I know that it changes every year. You know, there's new formulas that come out, and what may be good now, another company will come out with another organic thing.
Or something will come out that everybody thinks is good that could be worse, but I'm not going to go there. You know, never having, I majored in business, so I didn't really focus on the sciences. So I can't really talk that way. But I know from a business perspective, I mean, we have to just make the best decision. And, you know, the best physical decision, and the best decision as it relates to people's minds and thoughts, but also the best decision on a financial basis. So that's important for us. And then one of the other things we've done that's new is we had a meeting yesterday because one of our board members, Bunny Carpenter, was a purchasing guru. So she's worked with, she works with our purchasing department and with our finance department to update our purchasing policies, and so that we are always following a plan. You know, a plan. Yes, you have to get these bids. Yes, they have to be open. No, this doesn't need a bid. This needs a signature, so that they're uniform throughout. You know, so that third isn't doing one thing and another board doing something else. So we had a meeting about it yesterday, and then I think after this meeting we're going to go to get the buy-in of the other boards, and then have it be something that we could use, so that it's easier really for the department heads too. You know, wait, I have to follow this rule because that's how third wants it. No, so we're trying to do more things together.
Yeah, in general, we've seen this.
Yeah, and that's working. And actually, this last year, we started having a once-a-month meeting with the presidents and vice presidents of the boards, and that's Third, United, and GRF. And it's an informal meeting where we just talk about the issues, and we also invited VMS, so they send their chair and co-chair, so we could talk about, any concerns that we have. Is it taking too long to fill a position, or gee, we're getting a compliment about this, or something like that. So we're having one of those meetings, and we even invite the towers because they're part of us in the use of primarily the GRF things. So actually, we're going to meet this Monday, and we were invited to the towers for lunch.
There you go. All right.
That's nice.
All right. Speaking of landscape, I know all the boards are looking at better options for grass, bringing in drought-tolerant plants. Despite all the rain that we've had, if we had this every year, we'd be all right. But no matter what, we're going to have probably 6 months of a dry season.
Right.
Despite how much rain we may get during this time of the year, we're going to be dry for months and months and months. So it's always good to look at what's available in new landscaping.
Yes, and our water bill.
Yeah.
The water bill is tremendous.
Yeah.
It is tremendous. And of course, the water bill is divided between the resident use and then the other use. And we are trying to work with the residents, and actually we're having a committee meeting, a water committee subcommittee was scheduled for next week, but we've had to delay it, and we're actually working with the water department. And it has some really good things, like, it's less expensive to load your dishes in the dishwasher and wash them all than to do them one at a time by hand. So many things that you might not know.
Right.
So we're working with the water department to come, going through all of their handouts so we can make this public knowledge. And I know our communications department is working on that, but we need more of a commitment by all of the community to conserve water, because our water bill, the use of water for the residents is the same. Even though we try, it hasn't gone down. So we have to get it from two ends. We have to use their part, the consumers, and I've actually was washing all my little dishes by hand, because it would be one for me, one for the dog, and now I am, just rinse it off real fast and putting them all in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
At first you think that's not as efficient, but it really is.
It is. And and I know putting in the low flow toilets is really important. So we're going to try to go over things that is there any way we can make it a better deal? Because I remember I bought my low flow toilets from Lowe's, and they were really expensive, but I wanted the really pretty. How pretty could a toilet be?
Yeah.
I wanted that one. But the thing is so we're going to try to come up with things that might make some things that are going to save money for everyone, because we all pay the water bill in the long run, make them more affordable.
Right.
In United, which is different, because they're a co-op versus a condo, I believe they replaced all of the toilets to low flow toilets.
I think
We
they did.
cannot, we don't own the people's homes. We made it mandatory when a unit was resold, again, as part of water conservation. So we have to work on new things, but also from the staff side, they're doing different things to get proposals to change certain areas to drought tolerant.
Okay.
And how much are we saving by doing this?
Yeah, because you do have,
right?
Of course.
And how much will you save by labor and water? And it's really more the water in doing more of this. So I know that they're working on that too. But that's one of our goals.
All right, very good. Anything else you'd like to add for today?
No, just remember the positions are open on the board, and our next board meeting is a week from this coming Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh, no, a week from this coming, so a week from tomorrow.
That's right.
In the boardroom.
All right, very good.
Thanks a lot.
Good to see you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll be right back.
Having great home care is as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm Lori Renaud with ActiCare Responsive In-Home Care. We can provide the perfect caregiver for you to receive exceptional care in the comfort of your home. Step 1, Call to schedule a care consultation. Step 2, meet with a registered nurse in your home. Step 3, start receiving care. Aging doesn't have to be difficult. Call today to get the help you deserve.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the Jewelry Box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
And Eileen Ordway is here today, one of the curators, so to speak, of our village library, along with a lot of great people that volunteer over there. Welcome back. Good to see you today.
Good to see you too, Ken.
And today we're going to talk about not really anything specific, but every once in a while you like to let the people know what the library offers beyond the books.
Right, back to basics.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about things on the computer for the last couple months, and we had a great article in the Globe about a month or so ago about how much money people can save each year just by taking advantage of what we have at the library.
Yeah, you really can. I mean, anybody can.
Yes.
I think it's, you know, certainly we've talked about this before. Libraries aren't as popular as what they used to be. However, I think when people discover them, when kids discover them, or older folks rediscover them,
right,
you're like, wow, look at all this stuff for basically free or nearly free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have over 30 magazines that we get on a weekly or monthly basis. And just the People magazine can save somebody $42 a year. And we have a great reading area. We just got brand new comfortable armchairs that the village got for us. And then we have multiple tables and desks and things for people to sit at so they can come in and read the magazines. We get 4 newspapers every day. We get the Wall Street Journal, the Los Angeles Times, the Orange County Register, and then the Globe once a week. But just the Wall Street Journal is over $400 a year.
Is it really?
Yeah, LA Times is like over $300. So, and then the Orange County Register, if somebody wanted to come in every day and read all 3 newspapers instead of buying them themselves, they could save almost $1,000 a year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Now, do you folks, do you have those donated, or do you?
No, we purchase them, mostly out of fines that we collect.
So don't turn your books in, and it helps them buy.
I feel bad if people have fines, but yeah, we definitely take advantage of them and put them to good use.
Now, when it comes to, I know the newspapers you read in-house there.
Yes, yes.
What happens to them once they're a week old?
Well, we actually only keep them for 3 days, and then we put them in the recycle.
Okay.
But normally, the people that read them, they come in that day. They're not looking at older ones. Occasionally, somebody will ask for a day or 2 behind, but the ones who read them, they keep up.
All right. I didn't know if, like, after a few days, you hand them out to somebody or.
Not the newspapers. If somebody came in, they'd have to. Usually, it's first thing in the morning when we get the new batch in, and we get rid of the old batch.
Now, what about the magazines?
The magazines, yes, we have a table. Where we have a big basket, and any of the old magazines we put in there, but people bring their own, and they take out. So it's a constant swap. People really enjoy it. Like if you're going to be going on a trip.
You can check out the magazines.
No. These are just, the magazines that we get have subscriptions. No, you have to read them there. But we only keep 6 older copies. And once we hit that limit, then we move them to this donation basket, and then they can come and go. People can take them in.
Because some of those magazines, like National Geographic, I used to know people that would have volumes. You could buy sets of those.
We don't have room to keep old magazines. So, but they would go in the donation basket, and then if somebody wanted to take them home, they could. And if people have magazine subscriptions and they don't want them cluttering up their house, bring them to the library. Someone else will enjoy them.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
That'd
very
be great.
good.
Yeah. Although you can come in and read them there and save money. So
Yeah. All
either
right.
way.
All right, now, of course, the books, but here again, what you're trying to emphasize is, books are expensive.
Yes. Yeah, a new one, a John Grisham, you go to Barnes & Noble and it could cost $29.95.
Right. Obviously we get books for my daughter all the time, and she reads very quickly.
Yes.
So you're like, now what?
Right.
And sometimes we donate them, but we have libraries of books at home. And,
yes.
But it's a good point. It's what do you do with them afterwards?
Right,
yeah.
right. It's a struggle for
Yeah.
us because we get a lot of donations too.
Yeah.
But we do get some funds from GRF that we use to purchase new books. Like for example, we have just this year so far 29 new books that were just published in 2019.
Okay.
So we can save people a lot of money there too.
Yeah.
Now, if they're really popular, they're on a reserve list. But they move pretty quickly. Like for example, Michael Connelly has a new book, Dark Sacred Night. We bought one copy, and but we've gotten 2 donations since then. So it makes the reserve list go faster when we get those donations in. Yeah.
Now, along with that, of course, are DVDs, and this is something that you purchase, but also people donate.
Yes, and yes, we get a lot. Oh, I think we put in over 900. We added to our catalog last year.
Wow.
Bob Bauman does that for us, so he's very diligent about doing that. But we've recently got in The Wife with Glenn Close just the other day.
Sure.
The Old Man and the Gun with Robert Redford, and Black Klansman we have in. A new TV series called Sharp Objects. So we also get new movies
so
also.
You get them in right away.
We try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, TV series like
yes.
You got House of Cards and Veep, and so there again.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, the new Game of Thrones is starting up sometime this year, and so people are going back and rewatching. Getting familiarized again.
Yeah, and again, it saves people a lot of money because if you have either a premium channel or Amazon Prime or Netflix, all those average about $10, $12 a month.
Right. So you're right. It starts to add up.
Yeah, and a lot of them, you might have Amazon Prime, but there's certain ones on there that are only available as part of the Netflix package. So you have to get both of them like we do.
Right. So so between your Channel 6 and DVDs at the library, we're covering a lot of good movies. So people can save a lot of money.
Okay. Now DVDs you also take donations of, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll plug our book sale. March 9th, we're having a book sale and DVDs, and we have hundreds of DVDs
and of course,
that will be for sale.
Helps
Very
fund
cheap.
things.
Absolutely.
So you can get the Wall Street Journal or whatever
absolutely.
It might be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, is this a book sale where I know you have in the past where people can bring books to sell, and then the money is given to the library?
If people donate the books, we'll put them out for the sale.
Okay.
But we kind of have to get them organized in advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again,
so yes, we're hoping that will bring in more money.
With this,
money.
What the library offers is just incredible. And every library does. But people need to kind of rediscover that.
And I don't know if people, some people may not realize that it's a nice size room, and we have thousands, 20,000 items in our catalog.
Yeah.
We have thousands of paperback books that are on the honor system. You don't have to check out. You just come in. Even the jigsaw puzzles, you can do them there, you can take them home, and a jigsaw puzzle costs between $14, some are almost $80 to buy. Yes.
For a jigsaw puzzle?
Some of these 1,000-piece, really beautiful
Just
ones.
make sure you don't lose any of the pieces. That would be awfully frustrating.
We ask people when they bring them back if it had all the pieces.
You don't have a volunteer count them.
No.
Right.
No. But then if there's too many missing, we actually donate them to South County Outreach.
Okay.
So.
All right. But again, take advantage of this, folks, because it's offered to you free. You can. Is there a membership cost for the library
None
card?
at all. You bring in your we use Laguna Woods ID and add people to our catalog system, and good to go.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
We have free Wi-Fi. We now have 2 iPads. So.
Do you need any volunteers right now?
We just got a few applicants, so I think
Okay.
we're okay.
All right. Great.
Yeah.
Well, again, the library, we got the hours up that you can go to Monday through Friday, and it is, I got to look back here, 10 to 4. You're still open Wednesday.
Your Wednesday
I have that
night?
right? Okay.
Yes,
I didn't take
absolutely.
that off. I wanted to make sure
Yes.
you're still open to 7.
Yes.
And then Saturday, 10 to 1 p.m.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes, please.
Take
Please
advantage
come.
of it. Great people over there.
Yes.
And just a wealth of things that you can take advantage of. It's really good. Good work, everyone
All
does.
volunteers.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, Ken.
Take care. We'll be right back.
Living and learning in Laguna Woods Village is a unique experience. For over 40 years, the Emeritus Institute has provided tuition-free college classes within your community. Join us to experience expert faculty, quality academics, and to make new friends through the Emeritus Institute. New classes start every semester, and you can join nearly any time. Visit our office at Clubhouse 4 or anytime at saddleback.edu/emeritus. Learn, live, and thrive with the Emeritus Institute.
Thank you for joining us. I have Dr. Chico Paris, who is a breast-dedicated radiologist. We're going to talk about breast cancer screening. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for the invite.
So tell me, breast cancer screening, what does that mean?
So breast cancer essentially is a disease that forms in a woman's breast. And essentially a screening study is a preventive measure to take imaging of the breast starting at a particular age, depending on which guidelines you're following based on certain organizations, to image that breast to look for any type of abnormalities that may have pathology that would be malignant.
Okay, so what kinds of screenings are they? You said radiology, so what does that entail?
Oh, got you. So in reference to the breast, there is screening mammography, and then there is diagnostic mammography. And essentially the difference is a screening mammogram is for an asymptomatic patient. She comes in, she says, just take my 4 views, and then she goes home and she waits for the radiologist to render his or her report. A diagnostic mammogram, however, is a patient who is now symptomatic. Either she had a screening mammogram read by the radiologist, and that radiologist is recalling her for careful or additional views of the breast, or the patient or her doctor are feeling lumps in the breast, she's having pain, she's having nipple discharge, retraction, something is going on to the breast that she and her doctor are concerned with and would like her to come back in for dedicated imaging. So on the day that she comes for her diagnostic mammogram, the imaging obtained by mammography would be evaluated or assessed by the radiologist in real time. And then the radiologist may want additional imaging, such as an ultrasound. And then that's it. Whereas a screening mammogram, once she takes her images, that's it.
So it obviously depends on what the findings are.
Depends on what the findings are, exactly.
Okay.
But essentially the key difference is a screening is for an asymptomatic patient who's coming for her routine annual mammogram, and a diagnostic patient is either symptomatic or being called back to the facility by the radiologist who read her prior screening mammogram.
Got it. Okay, great. And at what age should you be thinking about getting a screening?
Gotcha. Well, you know, there's a general consensus that screening mammograms offer a benefit for patients, but there is a lack of uniformity among the various organizations who provide guidelines for us. So the breast radiologists, we follow the American College of Radiology, who are also supported by the American Congress for Obstetrics and Gynecologists and the National Cancer Comprehensive Network, who recommend that women should start their annual mammogram at age 40. Now that's for your average risk women who don't have any family history for breast cancer. The American Cancer Society, they had initially upheld these guidelines, but then in 2015, they changed that and stated that women can initiate their mammograms at age 45, and they choose to start earlier or go back to age 40, speaking to your doctor. Totally different from the United States Preventive Services Task Force, which in 2015 also updated their guidelines and stated that a woman should start her mammogram at age 50. Doesn't
Wow.
make sense.
So why would it be increasing in age and not going the other way?
Exactly. And they're saying that the volume of patients who are having cancers at a young age, and for the United States Preventive Task Force, they're saying that women older than age 74 should not have mammograms because the chance that you develop cancer at that age is very rare or very small, that is negligible. And the other organizations that I just stated, they recommend that you have your annual mammogram annually, right? Whereas the United States Preventive Task Force recommends that you do it biannually. So you do the math, you start at age 50, you finish at age 74, that's 12 mammograms in your lifetime. There might be some financial aspects involved there.
Right.
But as stated, this is for average risk women. For women who are considered high risk, women who have a family history for breast cancer, they should be under some type of surgical care or within a high-risk clinic. And for them, it's recommended that they start their mammogram 10 years prior to the first-degree relative who had breast cancer. So a first-degree relative is considered your mother, sister, daughter. That makes you high risk. Second-degree relatives are grandmother and aunts. Third-degree relatives are great aunts, nieces, cousins. So when you start listing, distant family members, it doesn't have that much of a strength to make you a high-risk patient.
Right.
So let's do some examples. Mom was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 50. She would start her mammogram at age 40. Normal. Mom was diagnosed at 45. She starts at 35. Mom at 40, she can get a mammogram at 30. Mom is 35. She gets a mammogram at 25. But what happens when mom was between 30 and 34? She cannot have a mammogram. 25 is the age given to us, the minimum age by the Food and Drug Administration, for a woman to initiate having a mammogram, no matter her risk. So if she has a parent who is younger, she actually starts off with a screening breast ultrasound or breast MRI, which are imaging studies with no radiation.
I see. Okay, so it really comes down to the radiation part of it more than anything.
Exactly. I mean, we're always thinking about that when it comes to our patients because, we have patients that show up with, diagnostic orders from their doctors and they're like 18 or 21 and they want a mammogram. And they are like, no, my doctor wrote this order. I'm like, your doctor doesn't know the guidelines that I know. Because some of the family practitioners, who are part of the American Academy for Family Practitioners, they follow the United States Preventive Services Task Force. And they'll actually write orders for women who start at age 50.
Right.
And sometimes they will send young patients in with a mammographic order. And you're like, you know what? You can get a mammogram, but it's not going to be performed with this breast center or by me.
Right, because of that one thing you just mentioned. Now, I know that some of the young girls are carrying their phones right on, underneath their bra strap. And that's causing some concern, isn't it?
It's causing some concern. Some of the research coming back from that is that the extended long-term, use of women putting their cameras or phones there can lead to potential of breast cancer. You put it within your pants pocket, in your jeans, there's a layer. You have the clothing from the jeans and your underwear. Now you put it in your press, you are trying to say, I don't want to carry an extra purse, I'm going out, I'm hanging out with the girls. You're taking that phone and it's making direct contact with your skin. And we all have phones, no matter the type, iPhones, Android, where sometimes that phone gets hot. You're on the phone with your girlfriend for an hour or two, it's hot. And you have a lot of rare earth metals within these phones. And sometimes you don't even know what they are. And now you take it and you constantly put it in there. I believe even Dr. John West, the breast surgeon who's out in Orange, he actually have cases where they actually saw imprints or shape exactly of the constant placement of the phone there and the subsequent development of breast cancer.
It's really changing over the years, for sure.
It definitely is. We have to be a little bit more cautious.
I'm glad that you have identified all the different organizations that say something different. So if anyone had any concerns about when they need to be screened, where would you suggest they go for that information?
Definitely, I would recommend the American College of Radiology. This is the College of Radiology that monitors everything pertaining to that, but also the National Cancer Comprehensive Network, because they're a broader organization encompassing all the management and guidelines for cancer from head to toe, and they have a very comprehensive guideline for breast cancer. So those would definitely be the two places to start.
Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
And thank you for joining us.
Through my window, I see the first sunlight, and I feel the warm ocean breeze. I see the waves that lulled me all night. That's what my window brings me.
Look at this.
That view is $1 million.
It's amazing. We can look at these kinds of places within our budget.
You don't have a bad view from here anywhere you look.
It's all about the view. Sunday night is beach night. Sunday night at 8, only on HGTV.
I started Sterling Financial under the premise that there was a need for integrity in this industry as well as quality service.
There's such volatility in the stock market. One day it could be up 100 points, the next day it could be down 500 points. Well, what we like to do is be able to have people go to bed and wake up the next morning knowing that their money is safe and secure.
That's what we try to do here at Sterling Financial Advisors, is to create peace of mind and quality of life in retirement.
Welcome back. With me right now is a very special young lady that I've known for quite a long time, and her family is friends with our families, and it's great to have Aubrey Mills on today. Aubrey, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And the reason you're here today, among other things, is you've been dealing with juvenile arthritis since you were, what, about 8?
Yes, I was diagnosed when I was 8.
And as hard that has been on you, you have turned that around to some very, very positive things.
Yes.
And one of the things that we're mainly here to talk about today is the Walk to Cure arthritis that you've been involved with in your family for quite some time.
Yes. So I'm the youth honoree this year, and the Walk to Cure arthritis is basically to raise money for the Arthritis Foundation, and they do a lot of great things. Their main priority is to fund research to hopefully find a cure someday.
And I've noticed, I've been on their website, that you are one of the top ones here in the area, right?
Yes.
And your team is called Aubrey's Animals.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about that, a little bit more about that in just a minute and how you can get involved. But, you were again diagnosed, you're 18 now, so about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? I mean, 8 years old, it's hard to get arthritis at any age, but at that age when you were at a point, you're running around school, you want to get involved in maybe sports and things like that, that had to have been, for you and your family, just really tough at the time. Now, did you know what it was at first?
No, we didn't. It came to a shock to us as well, because at first my parents thought it was just growing pains, but so it was, my leg was hurting, and I would tell my parents, and then, so first we went to the pediatrician, and then we went to the orthopedic surgeon, and then we got referred to the pediatric rheumatologist, and our family was ignorant at first too, because we didn't know that kids could get arthritis, so it was definitely a shock, and we had no idea.
Yeah, it's not something I think you think of first.
Yes.
And
definitely not.
Now I know I think we have a photo of you here. I think you're probably about 8 or 9, but you're in a cast.
Yes.
And did they have to do that? Did they have to reset your knee at one point?
Yeah, so the big problem was that there was so much inflammation that it was hard for my knees to bend and straighten. So the big problem was straightening. So they had to kind of forcibly straighten my leg, because now, which is still causing me problems today, because I can't really straighten my knee very much. So then when I walk, I would be walking on my toes, which causes problems with damage to my leg and hurts my toes as well. So the point was to try to fix it so that it didn't stay so contracted all my life.
So when did you start getting involved with the Juvenile Arthritis Foundation?
So I got involved with the Arthritis Foundation a few years after my diagnosis, as soon as we heard about it. So the first thing I did was I went to the Painted Turtle camp, and that's kind of how we found out about it.
And you brought something here. Well,
so at the Painted Turtle, they give everybody a turtle pillow to take home as a souvenir. And so I have a bunch of these in my room because I've been about 15 times since. And so then at my Gold Award event, we stuffed 150 turtle pillows to be donated.
Now tell me about the Painted Turtle Camp. I went online and I did look at it, but tell me about it.
Yeah, so it's my favorite place in the world. It's really amazing. I went for the first time a couple years after my diagnosis. I believe I was 10 when we went to our first family camp. And so they do a lot of great things. They offer it free of charge to all families, and then they host an arthritis week for kids to go during the summer for a week by themselves, and then for a family camp, they do 2 family camps a year. And there's all kinds of activities like a high ropes course, they have horseback riding, canoeing, pretty much any activity you can imagine. But my favorite part is just meeting other kids who have arthritis that like understand and can relate to you.
Where's this at?
It's at Lake Hughes, so kind of near, a little past Magic Mountain.
Okay, so not too far away.
Yeah, not too far.
And I've been on their website, like I said, and they really help kids that have all kinds of different diseases.
Yeah, they host different weeks throughout the year, and so they do things like skeletal dysplasia, a lot of different things.
Now, one of the things that you've gotten involved in, besides Girl Scouts, and she's also a Gold Award honoree for Girl Scouts, and also the Don Heffley Award.
Yes.
What's that about?
So after my Gold Award, I was nominated to win the Don Heffley Award, and it's basically about leadership, service, and academics. So, and then once I won, they flew us out to the National JA Conference in Washington, D.C. So, and then I got to win it at a special awards ceremony at the conference. And so it was all about community service and giving back to the Arthritis Foundation.
So in a way, you've become an advocate for this as well.
Yes, I love to spread the word because people don't think of arthritis as something that kids can get. So I like to spread the word that kids get arthritis too, and it's not something that just people have to deal with later in their life.
And another thing that you've been involved with quite a while is the Future Farmers of America and 4-H.
Yes.
We got some photos here of your pig here, but I remember coming to your house, and when I would drop my daughter off, you had rabbits in the yard,
yes.
You had chickens, which of course, I don't know if your neighbors appreciated the chickens after a while, but this is something you have a passion for as well.
I love animals, so these are 2 really great programs to be involved with. So for the past 3 years, I've raised a pig, and then I take care of it every day, and I would feed it, wash it, exercise her, and then we took them to the fair, the OC Fair, to show the pigs.
Now, was that hard for you to get rid of it? Because this is, like we were talking before, this is livestock, and
yes.
I remember when you were doing this, because at one time we were thinking of maybe getting parts of the pig for ourselves. I'll put it that way. But this is something you get attached to, but knowing full well that this is going to go to market.
Yes, so it was definitely hard, but I just try to remember that we give it a really good life at the farm, and they're treated very well, and it's just part of agriculture.
Yeah, and we want to say that the farms at Mission Viejo High School,
yes.
which is just a wonderful program. I mean, I think it's pretty unique here in Orange County.
Yes, it takes up a lot of my time, but I really enjoy it, and it's great to be very involved with it.
Do you have any at home still? Any chickens or rabbits?
Now the chickens are at the farm, so I'm at the farm a lot to take care of all the different animals. So not really at the house right now.
All right, I think we got eggs from you guys, didn't we? Let's see, her mom's sitting over there. I think we did, yeah. But I remember the rabbits and the chickens for sure. And everybody, I remember one day we came over and all the kids were around the rabbits and all. Now, we want to tell folks about a couple of events that are coming up. The first one is that you are having a bingo night, and this is going to be Saturday, February 23rd.
Yes.
And this is to, again, help raise funds. It's at the Shepherd of the Hills United Methodist Church in Mission Viejo.
Yes. So this is going to be our biggest fundraiser of the year. Our goal is to raise $10,000 in all for the Walk to Cure Arthritis. So we're trying to get all our family and friends and family of friends and just anyone we can get to come to this event. And it's going to be a great family fun day. There'll be bingo. There will also be dinner for purchase and all kinds of activities for kids. And it's just going to be a really fun night to raise awareness and raise money.
Well, I think we'll be there.
Great, I'm so excited.
I think that would be, Becca's hooked on bingo after doing it at school last week. Now,
have a great time.
Another big event is the Walk to Cure Arthritis, and this one is going to be at Angel Stadium on May 18th.
Yes, so I'm the youth honoree, so I'm going to be giving a speech there, and then this event is to raise awareness and raise funds. You get to walk right on the field, which is a great experience, and it's just a lot of fun to learn about arthritis. I gather my family and friends, and then we all rally together at the stadium, and it's just the signature event for the Arthritis Foundation every year.
We got a photo of your family. Was this last year?
Yes, that was last year. So we all dressed up as animals, since my team is Aubrey's Animals.
Can the whole team go on the field?
Yes, the whole
Oh,
team goes
okay.
on the field.
I
Part
wanna
of
do
it
that.
is actually walking around the track.
That'll be a lot of fun. Now,
Yes.
if you're interested in this, the best way to find it is Walk to Cure Arthritis, Orange County. That's how, because otherwise you get to the national one. And then if you go down the page, you'll see Aubrey's Animals. That's your
Yes.
team. And if you want to do this, click on there, and then from there, you would donate through her particular
Yes, and
site.
it's free to participate in the walk. So.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
Okay.
and then we encourage donations.
Yeah, I encourage you, everyone to do that, and that'll be fun. I want to do that.
Yes, I hope you guys can make
That'll
it.
be a lot of fun. Well, I think it's wonderful. You're a great example of
Thank
somebody
you.
who has, you know, had a bit of a hard time, and yet
Yes.
you've turned it around
Thank you.
to make something very positive, to help people, and to get the word out and become an advocate.
Yes,
and,
thank you.
and not just the arthritis part. I mean, the fact that you're helping a camp out with the painted turtles, you do the farm raising and things like
Yes.
that. And you know, I know that, well, the whole family is musical because you play piano, right?
Yeah, I played that when I was younger, not really anymore.
All right, but they are. Their whole family is. But I mean, you've just kept going and as best you
Yeah.
can and gotten involved with everything you can.
Yes,
so
thank you. I
you
try to
know,
not let it stop me.
And you don't. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much.
And we'll get the word out as we get closer to these
Thank you,
events
that'd
as
be
well.
great.
And good to see you again.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll be right back.
When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Low payments? Yes, we can. Low financing for all types of credit? Yes, we can. Capistrano Toyota features 10 acres of new and certified pre-owned Toyotas, plus many used cars priced below $10,000. When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Exit the 5 freeway at Camino Capistrano.
At Diane's Hallmark, we're ready for Valentine's Day. Are you? Come in and see our great selection of cards and gifts. We have everything you need to show that special someone how much you care. And don't forget those grandkids either. Diane's Hallmark has many gifts and cards for them as well. Diane's Hallmark is located in the town center, right next to Hobby Lobby. Come in today and take care of all of your Valentine's Day needs.
Where can you see the greatest names in golf? Still making a name for themselves? Orange County's only PGA Tour Champions event returns as the Hogue Classic. Catch the legends of the PGA Tour at Newport Beach Country Club March 6th through the 10th and help Hogue Hospital give back to the health and vitality of our community in Southern California. Also, come visit the Hogue Health Village presented by Blue Shield of California to partake in games, giveaways, and informational health talks. Tickets available now at HogueClassic.com.
Missed a moment of the passage?
Explain to me why you need a kid.
What we're doing could save millions.
It's not too late to catch the show critics say is gripping.
You're my most important little girl in the world.
Will keep you coming back for more.
I suggest you run.
Your next thriller obsession.
You just did that.
I just sit there.
The Passage, all new Mondays at 9, or watch anytime on demand or Fox Now.
And our movie today is Tea with the Doms, or Tea with the Dames. I'm not sure how the correct way they would want that pronounced, but what a great documentary. You know these great actresses, Judi Dench, Eileen Atkins, Joan Plowright, and Maggie Smith, as they get together for tea, and they discuss their careers. And it's really great because the documentary kind of goes back and shows photos of them when they were very little. Some of them started as, they started acting when they were just little girls, and then of course became just as the name implies, the Doms of British acting. And a lot of it, where there's Maggie Smith, you know her if you're a Harry Potter fan, and you could go back and they show these older photos of them. What a great movie. I am looking forward to this, and you get to know them and their careers. Really great documentary. That'll be today at 2 o'clock. And excuse me, at 6 o'clock, fairly short movie. It is actually less than 90 minutes, so tune in for that. Now, movie coming up, another really good one called First Man. This is our Friday movie, and this is a biopic on the life of legendary American astronaut Neil Armstrong from 1961 until he set foot on the moon. And this talks about, or this movie is about the journey through that time. Of course, that time in our history, we went from the total unknown to walking on the moon, and really good movie here. Ryan Gosling, he stars as the iconic Neil Armstrong. Claire Foy is in this, and Jason Clarke. And it really, the little bit of this movie that I saw, I really did enjoy. And it kind of reminds me of the movie that was, I forget the one years ago, that was all about the space program. The First Man is going to be here on Friday, 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. Fairly long movie. This is almost 2.5 hours, so keep that in mind. That will be Friday. There we go. Beautiful day out. Let's talk about the weather because we got rain on the way, folks, once again. But today, really nice, cool and clear out, 58. It was about 35 at our house this morning. As I said earlier, it was 1 degree up in Big Bear about 6 o'clock this morning. Increasing clouds coming in Tuesday night, and then Wednesday and Thursday, this is going to be a subtropical storm coming in. So it will be a little bit warmer than what we had last week, but it looks to dump a lot of rain on us, probably 1 inch each day. That's what they're looking at right now. Then on Friday, we'll probably be clear Friday morning, somewhat clear, then increasing clouds, and then late evening showers. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's going to be some scattered rain out there. So maybe it'll come in Friday, it might not. That might change, but right now it's in the forecast. Here we are around Orange County today, everything in the upper 60s, and maybe low 60s in a couple places, or upper 50s and low 60s. But overall, a great day, but be prepared for more rain on the way. All right, you take care. See you tomorrow.